It's 6:45 in the morning, and the North County Raiders take the field to prepare for a new season. The Raiders, coming off a 8-3 2017 year, entered 2018 with a number of positions open along the line and at the skill spots. 4 out of 5 offensive linemen graduated this past spring, including Dream Teamer Brendan McClure. Head coach Brian Jones had this to say about filling those voids.
The only one we have returning is Payson. Defensively, we graduated 3 of the 4, so that our front, our line of scrimmage is what's really taking a hit with graduation, and that happens sometimes. And the guys that we're counting on to step in, they've had a really good summer or off season in the weight room. And it really made some strength gains and some agility and speed gains. So we're hopeful that we don't give up that much.
Jones is entering his second season as head coach of the Raiders, but he's also returning his entire coaching staff with him from last season.
We didn't lose anyone due to just getting out of the game or to going to a different school or getting a different job. As best as I can remember, that's the first time at North County since 2010 that we've not lost a coach, and it's the first time at North County since 2003 that the staff has remained exactly the same. And the more continuity you have in your staff from the get-go, and the less feeling out that your coaches have to each other to get comfortable with themselves, the more time we can focus on the kids. And as you well know, following football. Football coaches are kind of a bunch of weirdos to begin with, so anytime you get a lot of continuity and consistency in your staff, it just carries over to the end product.
Most importantly, the Raiders are returning quarterback Colton Foreman, who has been the team's starting QB since his sophomore season.
This will be Colton's second year in our offense, and he's made some really good strides during the offseason and so far this summer, learning and getting better at it and getting more confident and comfortable in our offense. And he's a playmaker and he's a competitor, and it doesn't matter what he's competing at, whether it's baseball or football or basketball, or if we're at the trap range shooting skeet. He wants to be the best at what he's doing. And that carries over to the way he plays on Friday nights.
Also returning alongside Porman is his top target from last year, Cole Ziegler.
Cole's back. He was our leading receiver last year. We expect him to probably be the leading receiver again this year. We'll see some great things out of him. This is Cole's third year starting on Friday nights, and he's got a lot of game experience, and he's really comfortable playing that position. And he's going to be somebody that we're going to count on to make plays.
However, over the past few years, players have come and gone, but one thing that has not come in some time has been a district championship. The Raiders have not captured a district title since the 2004 season, when this year's senior class was only 3 years old. However, Coach Jones doesn't want his team to lose sight of the forest for the sake of the trees.
We just focus on getting better each week, and whatever happens at the end of the season happens. We want to be better week 2 than we were week 1, and we want to be better week 3 than we were week 2. And we don't really talk about the end product other than what we didn't do well Friday night, and what can we do better the next Friday night.
The North County Raiders certainly have the playmakers on offense to be a force this year in Class 4 District 1. The question will be, do they have the hog mollies in the trenches to compete with the rest of the district? Their quest for their first district championship in 14 years begins on August the 24th when they take on Cape Central, the team who knocked the Raiders out of the postseason a year ago. The Raiders' first game on regional radio will be Week 2's Friday night affair with the Farmington Knights on AM 800 KREI. For Regional Radio Sports, I'm Sean Malone.